Ring, 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 ring. Hello, you've reached the Talking Shrimp helpline. How may we help you?
Hello, my name is Mitchell Lewin, and I would like to talk to Joel May from the Talking Shrimp podcast.
More than welcome. Hello, it's Joel May from the Talking Shrimp podcast. We're here for helping people today on a helping, nice, positive podcast.
I love it. I love that.
We're done with the obscurity and the immaturity
Of the last episode.
Yep.
And we're down for
that Mitchell
serious...
showed.
The what, sorry?
That Mitchell showed.
Well, I just wouldn't want to stoop down to your level, mate. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that's horrible.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Hang on. Let's refresh.
Refresh.
Right.
Let's get it.
Hello.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me just get it. Let me get comfy.
We're comfy. We're going to do this. Okay. So we're going to do quite a nice one today. All about how we cope and how we have coped in the past with certain events and what they mean to us, basically.
Agreed. Yeah, it might. We want this to be like a bit. Well, I don't know really what we want this episode to be.
I want this to be a nice episode. I want this to be a helpful episode, and I want somebody to cry.
It'll probably be me. Which goes into my first question. Out of me and you, who is the first? Like, who is more likely to cry?
You.
Excellent. That's that segment over. On to the next segment.
Would you agree?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cry. I'm quite emotional. I've got better at being emotional over the past 2 years. Like prior to that, I nothing had made me cry really.
No.
But recently, anything, London Marathon. We went to London Marathon. I almost cried.
Got very emotional.
Watching people run.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're more emotional at events, actual real life stuff.
Yeah,
whereas I'm more emotional if I watch a film or music.
I don't know. No, I'll blow my eyes out to a film. Dog videos get me sometimes.
Yeah, true.
Dog videos, things on the internet, just videos the odd TikTok will just get
send
me.
You a bit of
There was one the other day that I saw
the Rainbow Bridge and stuff.
Yeah, like you were saying about a couple of weeks ago about the treats, the last bit of chocolate for the dog.
Yeah.
I saw one on TikTok the other day. It was they wanted to redecorate their house.
Yeah.
But on the stairs, they were the one stair was just completely worn out from where the dog always used to sleep.
Yeah.
And rather than taking that one step away, they left that step and just put a plaque around it that said
I like that. This
was his step.
Yeah.
Whatever the dog was called, Frank. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. Yeah.
So yes, tears are good.
Yeah, no, tears are good.
Like crying,
honestly, blubber like a baby.
I wish I could cry more.
Yeah, I think the stigma around blokes crying isn't necessarily a stigma. I think a lot of blokes struggle to cry.
Yeah,
the issue.
100%.
I don't think it's a stigma. Let's say.
No.
I think if you ask a lot of blokes, it's not they don't want to. I don't think they know how to.
Yeah,
it's the best way.
Yeah, there's times when I'm I really want to cry at this, but I just can't.
Yeah.
And then there's other times it'll just catch me off guard, and I'll be like, "Oh man, that really got me, like a lump in my throat."
That is, it starts with that, and then you either do cry or don't. But I'm saying blokes because obviously we're two blokes, and I can't really comment on the whole female point of view. But it's different. It's just different anyway. But from a bloke's point of view, that's how we feel because we are blokes. So yeah.
Based off the last episode, I can make a comment on both.
Yeah, based on the last one. Yeah. Well, actually, a few to be fair. You did a full Eddie Murphy shebang.
I did, didn't I?
A whole load of roles.
I was a waitress. I was myself in female form.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to talk about how you coped in kind of the darkest times, but the darkest times for you. So how I mean by that is when people think about darkest times, you automatically go to people dying, the death, really bad, obviously ones. But I'm saying the darkest ones for you. So what ones made you feel the worst? Because they might be different, and keep going. And you're Let's talk about all the sad times and the bad times that may be. Let's talk about death. Yeah. God, it's really silly though, isn't it? Really, that death is sad, because it's the only thing in everyone's life that everybody knows is going to happen.
It's
for definite.
Yeah, I think it's because it's the unknown as well as.
Yeah, but it's like
It's the selfish side of for yourself.
yeah, it is definitely yeah
Like-
yeah.
I don't know. Is that the right way to look
Yeah,
at
it is because it's like a dog. It's like however much you love that dog, like the dog will keep going for you. But that's selfish for you to let that happen, isn't
Well,
it?
it won't keep going for me. It'll eventually die. And
Yeah,
perish,
but I
or
mean,
I'll die
like-
before it.
Yeah, but it'll yeah, it can be blind, death, literally like rolling around, but it'll still keep going for you,
Yeah.
and that's really selfish. But
Well, that's not
Yeah.
selfish. It's just dogs, man, are class. I think
Oh,
every
dogs are great.
episode, or every other episode, we end up saying how good
yeah,
dogs are.
dogs are the best pets.
Yeah.
No, not even the best pets. They are the best thing on this planet. Fact.
Fact.
It is. Fact. Talk shrimp out.
I thought you said fact wrong. I thought you said fact.
Fact. So yeah,
Let's go straight off the bat then.
so going off. What's some of the worst times you've?
Well, I'm going to
Felt the
straight
worst.
go off the bat and say when my childhood dog passed.
Yeah.
Have you experienced you?
I haven't experienced a dog dying.
Okay, before I
yeah.
describe mine, then
Yeah,
obviously you have a dog currently.
we have both point of views now.
You have from the point of view of a dog who's not yet passed.
Yep.
How old's your dog?
9, I think.
8, 9. Okay. So, I was gonna make a joke, but I'm not even gonna make a joke.
You can. I'm open to.
So you've got about a year left then with your dog.
Yeah, on paper.
That's my.
Yeah,
that was my joke.
the
But I realised it
theoretically-
wasn't really a joke. So
No, but I mean it's like factually true. Like
that's mental, really.
Yeah.
I remember you getting that dog as a puppy, man.
Yeah, I can
Crazy.
tell you if my mum turned around and said, like, it's time to put your dog the dog down,
Yeah.
like it's time now, I would struggle to accept it. But once I did accept it after whatever, I would go full out and be like, I would go to McDonald's, like give him chocolate, like
Really.
the whole like
Shebang.
thing that you see
Get
on
him a
TikTok.
hamburger.
Yeah, screw it. Who cares? Like.
Yeah.
And I would I would fight anyone that tries to take that away because, like, the reason he's in the world is because of me. So
Yeah, and which is a fact. He is in the
Yeah.
world because of you.
yeah. Shall I give you the
Yeah.
reason behind
Go on
that
then.
very quickly? Okay, so my dog was the product of my first relationship and my girlfriend.
Whoa, that sounds weird.
Well, it's technically true. It's technically true.
You've-
Tell me I'm wrong. So anyway, yeah, my girlfriend, my first girlfriend, had two dogs, two Bijons, and it was our job to keep them apart because they were both in season. That anyway. So obviously, because I have a dog, that didn't happen, and it was my fault. I'll take responsibility for that. And yeah, the reason that my dog is in the world is because of my fuck up, and I didn't watch him enough. And by the time that was that it was too late. It was too late. Yeah, I was.
It's the thing is that you can't separate them, can you? Once-
No, it's dangerous to separate them. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah, that was bad. But anyway, yeah, that's the reason. So yeah, I brought him into this world, and I feel like I should be the one to not take him out, but take him out to dinner and certain things before he goes out of the world. That's the best way
Give
to
him
put
his
it.
final run-ins.
Yeah, there you go. But anyway, back to you. How do you feel?
Well, just before you do move, we'll go into more on this. I want to find out, like, that's what you're going to do. I want to know, like, how you'd actually feel. Because I know...
It would be.
I know you've had cats, and the cats passed, and you weren't that... you weren't that fussed.
I wasn't.
But you were open to humour about it, which
Yeah.
That, to an outsider listening in, you might think, open to humour, what do you mean by that? But the way personally me, and I think you deal with things is... with death is the humour side of it, and
Yeah,
it's better
definitely.
to make light of dark situations than it is to dwell on dark situations.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, definitely.
When your cats passed,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it might sound bad from me, jokes straight away from me.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But that's how I would react, and that that might sound silly. But like, if I did the same with about your dog, would you?
I think after a couple of days, maybe a week. Yeah. I think the dog's a harder one. I think, but
I agree.
I think if it was someone
know each
close
other
like
better.
you, it'd be fine.
Yeah,
But yeah,
we know each other. I wouldn't like on the day be like, oh, about time.
Yeah.
Actually, I might do.
Yeah, but I mean,
But it,
yeah. But that's what I mean. Like,
lightheartedness, yeah.
if it's any like constellation, I think
Yeah.
I'd be like proper like like my right arm's been cut off. Like I really would
Oh,
be like,
bad.
yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah,
trying
like,
to
I
ask.
think,
Like,
yeah.
we'll get onto it more. We've both lost grandparents. Would you react the same?
I'd be worse.
I think I'd be worse if my. Well, I know my. I'll come back to me.
Yeah, but I think I would be worse purely on the fact of like,
Sorry.
I have a totally different like relationship to my dog, and
Yeah.
my dog. It sounds stupid, but my dog doesn't look older. Whereas like a grandparent does look older, and you can kind of in your head go, right, they're old, so they're gonna die soon.
Yeah.
Like it's already in your head. Whereas a dog, I don't think anyone's ever really ready for a dog necessarily. Yeah, but
No, and it's unfair because they only
know.
live like
but I
15, 16 years.
yeah, I
Good.
speak openly though. I spoke to my mum, and she said that she wouldn't get another dog.
Well, my mother said the same thing as well.
Look at you now.
I have another dog.
Yeah.
To be fair, yeah, we'll come back to it. But when my dog passed, we had a border terrier first, and my mum was fully set on getting another border terrier, and I said no, like no way are we getting another border terrier.
Yeah, it's way
Because
too
the
close to
first
home.
dog was so good,
Yeah.
I didn't want to get another border terrier, and it would be like, oh, this isn't as good as the first dog.
Yeah.
This dog's not as good because of this. This dog's not as good because of this.
Yeah.
So I wanted a fresh slate. So hence why we got like a completely
Yeah, completely different dog.
different dog. Like
Different
we
breed,
don't
yeah.
even know what our breed of the dog we have at the minute is.
Yeah.
We think it's a Coney. We don't really know.
Yeah.
It's a cross. It's like a Romanian stray dog. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree with that. But yeah,
you'd just be a what's the word? A wallow pit. Is that the word?
yeah, I don't know. I'd probably do the same things that I have done with coping with stuff, but I think I would feel worse. That's the best way I could put it.
Okay, then I'll ask you this question then. How were you when your granddad passed?
The first one that I lost,
Yeah,
was the first person like I properly kind of
if you're open
lost.
to talk about this.
Yeah, sure, I'll talk about anything with you. That's
Okay,
fine.
fair enough.
But I think I was more because it was in COVID and certain things, and like I
okay.
couldn't go to the pub with you or
Yeah, do
certain things like that, and talk about things. And the coping mechanism was whack some AirPods in your room and deal with it because there's more, COVID and stuff going on. Probably kind of all like a mixture of stuff. They're kind of like soften the blow a little bit. I feel.
What do you mean? Sorry. What do you mean
With
by
my
soften the
first like grandparent dying,
blow?
my
Right. Okay.
first granddad, and I think because of the amount of things going on at the time with COVID and stuff, and there was more concern around that and things. I think the only thing in my head was like look after Nan
Yeah.
sort of thing. So in that aspect, I think it was a little bit easy because of the time. What about
Yeah.
you?
Good question. I don't know. I think the passing of my grandparent was a long time coming, sort of thing, which I know sounds weird.
Yeah, similar to be fair.
But
yeah.
he was ill for a lot of his life. I won't go too much into it because it's not for me to say.
It's fair.
But
yeah.
from quite a young age, he was ill with different things, hospitalised, lost.
So that
vision.
part wasn't alien to you.
No, like I'd always from. It was before I was born. To be fair, he was ill, like quite bad ill. He had like. He had something. Do I say? I don't know if it's. I won't say. It's not my thing to
It's
say.
up to you. So
I don't know if
you
my
want.
family would want to say, so I won't say.
It's fair.
So
Yeah, it's fair.
if I'm being honest, it's not my thing.
The
to say.
point, Matt, you've always
He
known
was
him
ill.
as that. so-
Yeah, like it. What he had caused him to be quite blind, and throughout his life he got more blind, and and as he got older and older, the worse he got. So
Yeah.
when he, finally passed, he'd spent time in hospital prior and stuff like that. So it wasn't out of the ordinary. He passed in hospital, so it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I don't know. It was weird.
It wasn't a shock, but you still
It
feel.
wasn't a shock,
you know.
but I don't think I've cried for a passing of a relative,
Yeah.
which sounds really weird.
No, it doesn't sound weird.
But
From
I wish I had, but I haven't. I think
yeah.
maybe I have cried for a passing of a relative, but more so months afterwards when I've come to terms with it.
Yeah.
Like when you realise, oh, I can't see them again.
Yeah, it's the realization, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's not particularly that they've died. That's
Yeah.
not the sad part. It's,
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. 'Cause I think
Yeah.
the like at the minute, like when it first happens, like the in the middle of the tornado type thing, when it's first happened, everything's going on. I think I would be more upset for like my relatives more so like seeing people,
Yeah.
like seeing your mum upset and stuff. Like I'm more upset with stuff like that
Yeah.
than if it was just me in a room and I was just told it. I wouldn't cry.
Do you think you'd react different in the situation of you just being told separately in a room, singular to yourself?
No.
That's what I mean. So why is that different?
Well, like react yes, but feel no.
Yeah.
I think I might react differently. But
I think your mindset's different. I would
yeah,
say-
yeah,
yeah, which would in turn make you react different. Yeah.
yeah.
You'd think.
But what like? Sorry, what like? When your grandparent or grandparents pass, what kind of things did you do? Like automatically, like first off sort of things.
This is where my poor memory doesn't come into play very well because I don't really remember, to be honest. I think my. I can remember slightly. It was like a very late, early morning, Sunday morning, and I remember my mum and dad. It was a Saturday night, going at like 8 o'clock at night. This is when my granddad died, and my grandma was still alive, and they went over to my grandma's house, which was my grandma and granddad's house. They lived together.
Yeah.
And I just knew when they left.
Yeah, you can tell.
Just knew it wasn't right. There was a few times when they'd left. Other times, but this time just didn't feel right.
Yeah, you can tell like if it's like a hurry and stuff.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I know what you mean by.
But it wasn't like a hurry. It was no different than any other time when they'd gone. Oh, my granddad didn't pass in hospital. Actually, sorry, he passed at home.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I remember him being in hospital, and we all thought he was going to pass in hospital, and then he got better, and then I think he lived for another year, and then passed at home.
I remember you calling me that day saying like you knew sort of thing. That was one of the first things you said. You were
that would have been the Sunday then, would it? Like this was after it happened.
It was literally the day, I think, and you were like I think your mum and dad had got back like I don't know, either really late or something.
It was really early in the morning.
And they just told you, and then you told me, and was very much like I knew I was just sort of waiting to be told.
Yeah,
sort of
it's like that. It was like that, and I don't know. It wasn't sad, but it was as well. It was more. I wanted to know what happened. It was more of like a acquisitive thing, and did he pass peacefully? Was it okay? And
so I think that's
he passed peacefully, as far as I'm aware, from what my mum and dad said, and I think he passed while my mum and dad and his wife, my grandma, were present. So
which is
nice in a turn, and in my head, and it was his chair. You know, like people have their chairs. He had his chair. Yeah. And he passed in his chair, which is really nice. Like in my head, that seems nice to me.
Yeah,
the self-centered side of it.
Yeah. I think as well. Would you agree saying, you know, when you said you want to be, like you automatically had like the questions and stuff, wanted to know. Yeah. Would you say that's more of a male thing than a female thing? Do you think?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I
wouldn't say all the time. I'd say slightly on like I think males more so go into like the not fight mode, but like the doing mode. Like,
I don't know. I don't know if that comes down to male or female or just the way people think. Like I'm a very much like I don't know. I'm quite an emotional person, but then I am.
I agree.
I like to sort things and know. My first thought, I think, along the lines was my mum okay? Well,
that's what I mean by like the doing. Like
my mum and my grandma, I know probably would have been okay in the situation, and my dad for that matter. Yeah, because we're not really an emotional family. Like, do you agree?
Yeah,
we're not really an emotional family. Are we?
No, I'll agree.
Like my family don't really.
I've
show
only
emotion,
seen your
really.
mum cry once.
Yeah, I've barely seen my mum cry. Very like 3 times maybe. I think I've seen my dad cry once maybe.
Yeah.
So I knew straight away that like my grandma would be okay, and she was, to be fair. Like it's so strange to hear like someone that she spent like her life with since she was like 18 talk not happily about it, but just like so okay about it. So it was so strange, but like
you're right there.
It wasn't weird at all because I know what my grandma was like.
Yeah.
And like
old people
she didn't get upset about it.
They're made of different stuff.
Yeah,
aren't they?
She wasn't upset.
Yeah.
She knew, like she'd come to terms with it, I think, a long time ago.
Yeah.
Which was really weird.
No, I agree with you. yeah, I think, yeah, going back to by the thing that I meant before was like, you like you said wanted to make sure people are okay and
Yeah.
things. So I would say this is, I think, one of the problems with like why men struggle to like process things and things, because I think females process things quicker and better than us, and handle things sometimes better,
yeah.
and therefore we end up bottling things up a little bit, because you go into that like, I need to do something about this. Like
Yeah,
I need to actually do something.
I'd definitely say it's more of a.
And that's why I think guys struggle, because when they can't do something like that, you can't
Yeah.
bring them back. You're like, well, I need
can't-
to.
Yeah, I
Like,
need
what
to
do you want me to do?
something.
Do you want me to go get something? Do you want me to get someone? Do you want, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, I don't think it like. Yeah, I think male and female, like the way brains chemistry works is different. But at the end of the day, I think like the person comes down.
Oh yeah,
like,
no, I completely agree, because I'm not saying like every bloke's like this and every girl's like this. I'm just saying like from my experience, like with like let's say like myself and like my sister, I would say she processes things better and way quicker than I do, and I'll help, like I'll throw myself into something, or I'll distance myself straight away.
Yeah,
One or the other.
You do that, definitely. I know you do that.
Yeah, but
Because
like
I remember when your other granddad passed, and all I remember you saying was, "I didn't tell anyone. I just got in my car and went for a drive."
well, yeah, I can tell you what happened with that one. That was an interesting one, because he was poorly for a couple of months sort of thing, and it was very much like touch and go. Like it was 1 minute it was like he could die, 1 minute no, he's okay, he's coming home. Really weird. Anyway, so he ended up passing, and like you said, I was on the PlayStation, and my mum came in and did some sort of weird like knocking thing on the door that she'd never done before. Oh, there's the ghost.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was on with you and a couple other friends, and all I said was like, I'll let you know, like I'll fill you in later. I'm going off or something like that.
Yeah.
And you all were class about it. You were like, yeah, okay, no worries. And I literally dropped everything. I just turned the PlayStation off, turned the plug off. Got my shoes and a jacket, and I was the first one out of my family in my car, because I was like, I need to take control of this. Got in my car. I was like, everyone else in my car, I'm going to the hospital, because that's where he passed. And I'll be honest, I drove probably a bit faster than I should have, and was very touch and go with the lights, but I was like on it more than I've ever been on it with driving, I feel. Which is like I said before, with like the throwing yourself in.
Were your family in a?
My family were okay. I think they were way more emotional than I was. I was just like,
that's what.
Okay, this has happened. I need to do this.
Yeah.
And it was just purely, I need to get my mum to the hospital.
Yeah.
To see her dad as best I can right now. And then I dropped them off at the hospital, and I got in my car, drove away, and just drove down to like a local estate, and I called you.
I remember you calling me. And that's one of the shortest phone calls we've ever had.
I literally just said, like, my granddad's died, like...
Yeah. You didn't really want to talk, I got the feeling.
I know I needed to let you know, but I was more so like...
I think I just sort of... It was like, you just
it
told
was
me that,
late.
and I was...
It was like midnight, it was late.
It?
Yeah, it was late.
I think you just sort of said like, oh, yeah, my granddad's passed.
Yeah, I rang a few people, and yeah, so I said I did that, and then from that I picked everyone else up. Everyone was crying and stuff. I hugged my nan. I literally got out of the car, hugged my nan. I was like, "You okay?" sort of thing. And then she went.
Not Nanny Nunu.
No, not Nanny Nunu. And yeah, she went home. I took everyone back to my house, and then I drove at about, I don't know, 12:30, 1 o'clock, and I drove to my nan's house. I sat with my nan on the sofa.
This is Nanny Nunu.
No.
The other nan.
Yeah, my other nan, and yeah, we talked for like.
Oh, so she didn't go to the hospital, Annie?
Yeah. She was back by this time.
Right.
Like I'd met her at the hospital with everyone, and she went home, and yeah, I was sat on the sofa, and we were just laughing for about an hour. Weirdly, because like we said before, old people are made of different stuff.
Yeah, she
and
was fine with it.
Kind of. She was like clearly upset. She clearly been crying and stuff.
Yeah.
But she was just like I don't know. She was just laughing about stuff. And I was fine with it sort of thing. And then after that, I went for a drive and listened to Sam Fender.
Was it not Busted? I thought you were going to say
Yeah,
Busted.
not Busted. I did. Busted is a good coping one, but
Yeah.
Sam Fender and then all I remember when I was sitting as I left the house, she turned around and said, "You better go to that gig tomorrow."
Oh,
And
shit.
it was Foo Fighters
It
in
was Foo
Wembley the
Fighters in
next
Wembley.
day. Well, that day, sorry. I got back.
Fucking hell,
I think I got
forgot
back
about
through
that.
the door about 2:30, and you text me. You text me before, and you were like, "Just let me know about tomorrow." And I
Yeah.
text you saying something like "It's on" or "It's fine" or something like that. And I didn't really go to sleep that night, but it was fine.
I picked you up and we drove down to London.
We drove down to London for probably the saddest gig I've ever watched. Really,
It was.
It was basically a funeral.
It was,
The
yeah.
day after my granddad died.
That's mental.
Yeah,
I didn't put two and two together of that, but yeah, it was,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
But yeah, she said after, she was like, "You better go to this, because if you don't, like, you'll annoy me and him."
Yeah. Are you glad you went?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, definitely. But that was the hardest gig I've ever watched. In the nicest way, you know.
To be fair, I think we both cried at that gig,
Yeah.
which is now understandable from your point of view.
There wasn't a dry eye in the
No,
place. It
no,
was
no.
sad, wasn't it?
Yeah,
But,
very sad, very sad.
yeah. But anyway, yeah, sorry. That's how I coped with that, and that was that situation. But with that was your first granddad.
Yeah, we've glossed over.
Go on,
Sorry, I was gonna say we started this talking about dogs. We've ended up fully blowing.
Oh, we fully immersed ourselves. Yeah.
Go on. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say about your grandma, because I feel that's a whole different thing.
Weirdly, like when I was younger, I was closer to my. No, I wasn't close to my granddad. It's weird. My granddad taught me a lot with like chess and stuff like that. He taught me how to play chess and all the things. I used to go and stay at the house and when I was younger, and yeah, it was weird. But then I don't know with my grandma. It was again sort of not a long time coming. I think she passed a year after. Weirdly, I think it was not the anniversary. That's the wrong word. The I'm going to say anniversary of when she passed. Not that long.
Where is the anniversary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of days ago from date of recording.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't really remember how I reacted. I remember she got ill quicker. She declined quicker because that's what tends to happen.
Yeah. Because was she staying at your house?
Yeah.
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 Because she was quite poorly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a while.
Yeah.
She was fine for a while, but obviously I think living at home took a toll. She stopped like not caring about herself, but she wasn't a massive eater anyway. My granddad was a massive eater, so she'd always make food for him.
Same grandparents, by the way. Just as clarification.
Yeah, same grandparents as my granddad who we were talking about before.
Yeah. So obviously living by herself.
Yeah,
so.
my other grandparents are still alive and fine. And touch wood to this day, are okay. But yeah, on my mum's side, this is. My Welsh side, that is.
There you go.
My Welsh side.
Yeah.
And obviously she used to cook for him, but wasn't a massive foodie herself. So I think she just sort of took a decline in terms of that she didn't cook anymore, or didn't see the point because she didn't want to eat. And I think that's where it all sort of went downhill. And in the space of 6 months, she got she barely weighed probably 8-9 stone anyway.
Yeah.
She's probably like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And just.
Yeah. I remember seeing your nan. In COVID, we went to her house.
That was after my granddad passed, wasn't it?
Yeah, very close, wasn't it? It was
very
a
close.
month or two after,
Yeah.
and she looking at her from there, and then looking. The last time I saw her, I think was. It was at your house, like very, very briefly before a town game.
Yeah,
and
it probably would have been because she was kind of bedbound. She was bedbound near the end.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. I think she just got weak.
Yeah. She just needed that helping hand. Really, it was.
Sorry.
She needed that helping hand.
We didn't do anything. She died of her own cause.
Push her downstairs.
Jeez.
Clarification. This is what I mean by like joking about stuff.
I mean, I started that joke.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like when my granddad did pass, my first coping mechanism was to make light of it. Yeah. I remember we went for a meal with our friends, and one of the first things, it was like a few days afterwards, and I don't know what I made some sort of joke, and it was
Yeah, you were the one to make that joke.
It was
first.
unturned. I felt bad afterwards for doing it, but I'd rather have done it
Yeah.
and known that I was okay with it
Yeah.
than it not be a topic of conversation that we can't talk about.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what the joke was. It was something obviously about my
It was
granddad.
like that one.
It's something
before.
about
It
my
was
granddad passing.
Yeah, yeah.
Which, not, I don't know. It depends how people deal with things. And
Yeah.
to me, I'd rather talk about things. Same as anything. Talk about it.
Yeah.
And even if that's joking about it, then joke about it. Obviously,
Yeah.
know the situation and don't be a dick about the joke.
Yeah.
That's not
If you know,
me,
if you know the person.
yeah, like the friend group we were with and the friend groups we spend time with know the sort of humour that we have, and
Yeah, like I'd make jokes that I wouldn't make in the other one than I would do in another one.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Definitely, very true. But that's that's just how life is, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think me and you are pretty open, and we joke about a lot of things, like we just did then.
Yeah, definitely.
But, yeah, I don't know. What was the question you asked me at the start of all this?
Just how it was different with your nan to your granddad.
God, I have to think. I can't really remember her passing. What I remember is when I cried about it.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how far along after she passed that I actually cried, but I think I was just driving one day. I can't even remember what. I think I was just driving home from work.
Yeah.
And like no specific song, nothing like that. It just hit me like, I haven't seen my grandma in a while. Oh, I can't, sort of thing. And it just got me. I fully went.
Yeah.
The most I've cried in like 6 years probably.
Yeah.
And like for about a minute, just bawled my eyes out, and then I was fine.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I've got to say, I agree with you with that. With like when I do cry, it's almost painful.
Yeah.
Like it's so like almost like you can't like it's just a built up.
Like
thing,
I want
isn't
to
it?
now. Like I'm talking about it, and I can feel like the lump in my throat, and I want to, but I can't. I'm not going to.
It's not like you're stopping it either, is it?
No.
That's what people like.
Yeah.
I hate when people say it's okay, you can cry. It's like I know, I know, but you can't. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I want to. I know now. I probably wouldn't. Like,
Yeah.
But there's situations when I'm like, oh, I really want to cry. Like, cry, God damn it, cry.
Yeah.
There's no tears coming out.
No, you're right. You're right, though. Yeah, I think going back to the thing that I said before, I think music's a good coping thing for both aspects. You know, go and cry, or listen to a song that they like, whatever sort of thing. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know. I think as well, if you stop and drop, it's so much harder. So
what do you mean by that? So,
like if I turn around to you and was like, no, just take your brother, go to Foo Fighters. If I didn't, like, one, I'd regret it, but two, like, I think it would have made it worse.
Yeah, definitely, because you would have just wallowing at home.
Yeah.
And no offense to your family, probably at home
they would have done the same
in a family situation where you're all just sad, probably in all separate rooms.
Yeah. Like, I knew all my family were okay, and, like, I made sure my nan was okay.
Yeah.
And therefore, I was like, okay, well, if I'm okay, I'm going to Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. I think the other thing, funerals are fucking weird, aren't they? They're so weird, man.
It's, like...
They're stupid.
They are stupid. I think a celebration of life is better than a funeral.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
and that's how they're always advertised, but then they're always so depressing.
Yeah. Like, let's make a pact right now, right? Whoever's at the first one's funeral. Okay. Whoever's at the first one's funeral.
You'll be at mine.
You can do whatever you like, but I don't want any sadness.
No, I want sadness.
No,
I
by
want
the other
people
one.
to cry.
No, not other people. I mean, like, me and you. Like, if I'm at yours or you're at mine, I want you to be like, he was a little short, funny bastard. That's what he was.
It's so weird, isn't it? Like, you think about all, like, when you're younger, like, the processing of family dying, like, it all
the time.
Like, when you're growing up, you're like 11 to 12, you're like, fuck, my dog's gonna die one day. Then my grandparents, and then my mum and dad, and then my brothers, and then me, and then what? Darkness. But in that situation, I've never thought about you dying, or friends.
Yeah.
It's so weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it must be, in a way, hard. This is going to sound bad, however I word this. It must be so hard to lose friends.
Because you don't anticipate it.
Yeah, you don't think about it.
Yeah, I agree.
We're kind of lucky and touch wood in that situation.
Yeah.
That we've never had to experienced that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know, obviously it happens all the time, and
Yeah. No, I agree.
it's horrible.
Yeah, I agree.
Losing anyone's bad.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah.
Losing unexpectedly, like a son. Imagine losing imagine losing your kid.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Or like just like a friend who's just like
Yeah.
gone out and done something, and yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Going off this whole sudden thing and stuff, I'm gonna ask you, and I'm gonna specify, by the way, because the way I'm gonna say it isn't the way that is best to say it. But have you ever thought about suicide?
We've said this before.
I don't mean like I don't mean like you, but I mean like suicide around people, as in like the knock-on effect, like the ripple effect sort of thing.
Oh, if I was to commit suicide,
Yeah.
how would it affect people else?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I think that's more what you think about more so than the actual thought of doing it.
yeah. No, but I know that's what I mean. Like personally, it sounds really really shit to say, right? But being blunt, being honest, suicide's an easy way out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if it's very theoretical sense, I'm not saying with like what someone's going through and the amount and stuff, but like it's such like a cowardly thing on paper. Like it's because you think about like everyone's got like somebody that loves you. Really, I would have thought someone.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to top yourself.
Yeah.
Really,
Well,
it sounds bad, but it's not.
the human body is so flimsy.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. The mindset's hard. If you've got yourself into the mindset that you can do it, it must be easy.
Yeah, I agree.
Or you've.
But it only takes one.
Or you've made an ill decision.
That's it.
Like I've
like how many people who commit suicide actually want to? Like
I remember
100%.
I remember when I was younger, pretty dark. This will probably be the darkest thing we say on this episode.
No, go on.
I remember seeing a video of a youngish girl like hanging herself in a room, and the worst part was seeing the regret in her face doing it. It stays with you, them sort of things, and that.
What was that on?
Like, I don't know, man. Years ago, probably like Facebook,
like in school,
like
or something.
Facebook, like
there's...
when Facebook before like the filtering got better on Facebook.
Yeah,
but
the amount of stuff we saw in school.
Yeah, I mean, Twitter's pretty bad at the minute.
Yeah,
but yeah, I remember that. I don't know where that was. I'm sure it was like Facebook, something like that.
Yeah,
but yeah, just like it was grim. Sorry if you're listening. There is a warning on this.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why we put the E on it, and at the bottom there's a little thing. But
yeah,
hopefully nothing we say affects you too much.
Yeah.
If you need to message us or talk to us, please do.
If you were gonna say anything to anyone listening about like reacting to a death, okay, what would you give as a tip?
I'm gonna go into my own thing here and say like, I literally said at the end of the last episode, like, put number one first. Like, you are number one. I am number one.
Look after yourself.
Yeah, in this situation, I sort of disagree with that. I think family and friends is like you being number one is still very important, but I think having the social friend group and family to fall into and cushion, because they're all going through it too. Obviously, if it's friends, it might be different, but if it's family, you've lost a family member, you're all in the same scenario.
You're feeling it.
Dealing with it in different ways.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's not a battle. It's together.
Yeah.
Made that to be sad or to do whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally agree. I think I would probably say to like let it like flow through you.
Yeah.
Just like naturally, cause that's the thing I was reading about with like the stages of grief. And I agree to an extent, but why does everyone have to go through that? I agree everyone does, but like...
What do you mean, why does...
Well, theoretical sense says everyone goes through those stages of grief with denial and acceptance and then anger and depression and stuff like that.
Right, yeah.
But why? Because
No,
you're like
I do.
to an extent you have control about how you can react to it. To an extent.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think that's true. I think that's just a nice label people put on things so that they can understand what's happening and think that they know what's happening.
It's a process.
It's a process that you'll get better. But
yeah,
theoretically, like, yeah, if that works, if that works for you, that works for you. But
yeah, it's like the whole time thing, isn't it? Like, it gets easier with time. It doesn't.
No, because it hits you at different times, different moments. It does. Yeah. I mean, for me, it does because I fucking forget everything.
Yeah, you're
a sieve, man.
Yeah.
My memory's shite. I'm fucked when I'm older, by the way.
I'll see. Explicit language.
Sorry. We were talking about death, and I swear a few times. Does it really matter?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think the hardest situation you've ever dealt with is? If you were to pinpoint and be like, fucking hell, how did I...
The hardest I've dealt with, or like the worst I've felt?
Both. Answer it both if they're separate, or like...
Probably...
Interpret that question as you
being completely honest, I've always been honest on this podcast. Probably a breakup.
Yeah, fair enough.
A breakup's hit me harder than
Is that a breakup that you've been broke up on, or you broke up with the person?
Yeah.
Okay.
First one. I think breaking up with someone is a total different avenue to getting broken up with, but only because you're in that control of it. Whereas I think, I don't know, and like how young I was and stuff, I think, that's the worst I've ever felt.
Yeah. I slightly agree to you there. I think a breakup is probably the worst.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've known each other like a while. Would you probably agree with that? Because you see it through highs and lows. Like,
yeah, I mean, it affects you still to this day, as well as I'd say my breakup of it. It's that first love syndrome, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Like they were both.
You were so convinced.
First loves quotation marks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. What about you?
I would say that looking back on it now, but in terms of a short stint situation that fucked me up big time, and I still think about to a degree sometimes, is full circled, by the way, all the way back to the first thing we were talking about. Yeah. The death of my first pet, like my childhood dog.
It's still there.
And the reason it's still there, and it's good. I take... it's going to sound quite braggy of me, but I mean this in a humble way. I always remember reading, it was like a post from a vet that said the worst part about their job is when they, what's the word? Is it euthanize? When they kill the animals.
I know what you're going to say, yeah.
I've told you this so many times.
Yeah.
The worst part about their job is seeing the animals' eyes dart around the room to try and find their owner when they pass.
Yeah.
I feel I could cry now thinking about this because I'm putting myself in this situation.
Yeah.
And weirdly, this is like so close to home, by the way. Valentine's Day is when I put my dog down. Yeah. It's very close from date of recording this.
Yeah. Again, I'm pretty sure we made a few jokes about it and stuff.
Yeah, probably. And I remember my mum saying to me on the day, like, I think it's time we go and...
Yeah, I like this, by the way. I really like this.
Put the dog down.
Yeah.
You like this? What do you mean?
The story. I like the thought behind it because, again, you're not being selfish.
No. I remember my mum saying, like, I'm going to go, I'm going to go tonight and, we put the dog down.
Well, you can't say it any other
I know. It sounds weird not saying the name. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just said, I'm coming. And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, I want to go. Like,
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, what, like, wait in the car? I was like, no, I want to be in the room.
Yeah.
I want to be in the room.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, really? Like, what do you mean?
Like, I want to be there.
I was like, yeah, and I would like you to as well.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I feel like I'm going to cry. This might actually happen.
Do it.
This actually might happen.
I would love it if you cry on this podcast.
Thanks. I'm trying my best not to in terms of that I don't need to because I've cried about this enough.
Yeah.
But,
again, though, I'm feeling sad because you're feeling
man.
Like, it's,
Yeah. Yeah, and we went to the vets, and I was like, fuck, this is going to be hard. This is going to be so hard. And, fuck, I'm actually going to cry, man.
It's that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
Because it's two things that are going to build into one here for why it's sad.
Yeah. I'm going to be quiet. You go for it.
No, I'm good. Yeah, and I remember just being in the room, and I said to my mum, like, please, can you stand in front of where my dog's looking? and I'll just be like behind because that dog loved my mum. Honestly, loved my mum.
Yeah, it what really was like.
Oh, massively.
Yeah.
I mean, my dog now loves my mum. She must have a way with dogs, man.
Yeah.
She just knows.
Yeah.
And God, my mum just went.
Yeah.
Just like I've never seen my mum cry like that.
Yeah.
It was it hit, and that's it. And I knew. Ooh.
Yeah, that's good. It's good.
It's good. It's good. I'm not like
good.
crying. I'm just choking
no.
up.
I'm proud. It's good. Yeah.
And I just knew it was right. Like I kind of wanted to be there as well, but I knew that. I hope my mum knows, but we spoke about it since, and she understands it. And obviously, I explained why I wanted her in the room.
Yeah.
Hence the story, and I told her all that.
Yeah.
And she liked it as well, and she like said that she locked eyes with my dog, and that just gets me.
Yeah, I
and that's when she started crying. Oh, and that got me in the room at the time.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
it was a quiet few seconds afterwards.
Yeah.
And then it's it's sad thinking about it, but I'm happy about it as well.
Yeah.
Which is what's good.
Yeah. No, I fully understand what you mean.
Yeah.
I'm glad that like you made that call because I think
to this day I don't regret it at all. I would regret it massively if I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But man, it's gonna be a bad day when our dogs pass now.
Yeah, that's
dogs
fine.
get you, man.
Well done though. With
dogs
that.
get you.
I'm genuinely
Cheers.
proud about you for that. That was really good.
Thank you. Yeah, man, dogs get you.
I just verify that wasn't acting.
No, I like.
I know we acted last time, but that wasn't acting.
Yeah, no, I'm not like sad. Like it's emotional thinking about it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, that's good. That was good. Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah. Well done.
Yeah. I feel like we shouldn't end it now, but I kind of feel like this.
Well, it's a big episode. This one.
I'm glad it is a big episode. When we started recording it and we were talking, I was like, this episode's going to go on for a while.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
I wanted to do one for a while, but I understand that.
Yeah. It's,
like 10 episodes, something like that. I think it was 15 or so.
Episode 13, I think, was like our sad one. I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, to be fair, we've been saying for a while we want like a checkup episode.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, we're gonna. I'm gonna get a few things out there that I want to with the whole death, talk.
Go for it.
When people turn around and say they're in a better place now, fuck that shit.
What do you mean when someone passes? You mean?
Yeah, fuck that.
What do you mean?
I don't give a shit where they are now. I want them here. Fuck that. I hate it. I absolutely hate that. I understand it's a coping thing. I understand it's quite a nice thing to say, but I don't want to hear it.
I'll be devil's advocate though. Like with a grandparent or someone who's ill. If they're ill and in a situation in pain, like
I'll be honest, I don't care. I'm being selfish
for someone to die, like to be killed, even if they're in pain,
Yeah.
which is kind of mental in a way.
I
There's
think
a
that's
lot of
mad.
countries where you can, under no mental illness conditions,
sign a waiver
for you
agree
to be euthanized. Like I want to say like an animal, but
Well,
I don't
it is
mean
like
that.
a dog.
I
It's
don't.
like a
I don't
dog
mean
thing.
that in the term of like an
Yeah.
animal. I mean it in
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a good way.
Yeah,
And-
I feel like if you go through the correct process, that should be allowed.
I agree too. Yeah, and like in a way,
There should be
even
a
if you're
process.
that suicide, like there's things in America. Louis Theroux did a documentary of people who take the steps to basically commit suicide, but legally.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's illegal to commit suicide.
Yeah.
As mental as that sounds.
Yeah, it's mental what they can do.
Yeah, literally. But yeah, it's really interesting. I would recommend watching it. Obviously hard hitting, but fucking hell, I can't be more any hard hitting than this episode.
Yeah.
So
If you really want a nice hard hitting thing to watch, though, go watch Afterlife on Netflix with Ricky Gervais.
yeah,
That's a really nice way of they go about it, because it's like I said, it's quite selfish, but it's more like true.
yeah. To be fair, if you haven't seen Afterlife, it's a very good series.
Good, isn't it? Yeah. Go watch those
series
two.
1 and 2.
Yeah. No, I agree. I by what I said before, I mean like it's quite selfish to say, but like I hate it. I hate the whole phrase of it.
Yeah.
You know?
I
would
there's not
rather
many things I disagree with you on, but I do disagree with you.
I'd rather like someone turn around and say, if it was like, I don't know, whatever I was saying, like, oh, I missed them, whatever. I'd rather someone just turn around and be, yeah, I know, I missed them too.
Yeah.
Instead of they're in a better place or they're out of pain now or anything. Like,
But
I know all this. Like, it's... And, to be honest, sorry to interrupt.
No. I was interrupting you.
Going off what we said with the mental health, in my brain, they're not in a better place. So that doesn't help me.
Yeah, fair enough. That's fair enough. I get that. Yeah.
Like,
they might not be in a better place, which is...
No.
They don't... The person who's telling you that doesn't know.
Yeah.
But I suppose they are at peace. Is that a better way to say it? If someone was ill and knew they were ill, would you rather someone said to you, well, at least they're at peace now?
No, I wouldn't want to hear it.
You wouldn't want to hear it?
Yeah.
What would you want to hear? Like you just said.
What if
someone... Well, I don't know. I don't really want to give a scenario because it's...
I would rather someone just around, they've died now. They're gone.
They're gone.
Yeah, it's black and white, but it helps me more than... Cause
is that just your way of dealing with and understanding what's happened?
Yeah, because like by saying they're in a better place now, it gives you hope. And I don't want hope. Yeah, because you're like, I might see them again one day. They're okay now. Now I need to look after myself. It helps. It does help, but it doesn't help me.
Yeah, true.
But
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I suppose the idea is hopefully one day you'll join them. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Because that is the understanding, isn't it?
That is the theory. Yeah, yeah.
The theory of, they're in a better place now. And I can understand it because you're joining the dots of, they're in a better place now. One day you'll want to be in that place too, hopefully.
Yeah.
Like in the nicest way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But I don't know. But to kind of wrap everything up though, take our advice, don't take our advice. But if we've helped you, then great. If we haven't, then I'm sorry.
Is there any other sad things you want to unbox before we draw a close to this episode? I mean, it's quite a long one anyway, so I'd rather it run on longer and...
Do you know what I would say?
Go on.
That's a positive note on such things. Some of the best songs ever have been wrote from the worst things to ever happen.
Yeah, I think that's the understanding, because people write things based on...
There's not a lot of good happy
experiences.
songs, is there?
Yeah, there is.
Well, yeah, I know, but like compared to...
The ones that are more compelling and understanding, they're better.
Yeah. Even the happy songs, though, sometimes are sad.
Yes.
Which is weird.
Smiths.
Yeah, true.
He's so happy, but they're depressed as fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he killed himself, so...
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. What's his name? Ian Curtis? Is that his name?
Not sure.
I'm sure his name's Ian Curtis.
I'm not sure.
I think so.
But yeah, that's
from Manchester.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the baseline of it.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
I feel good to like talk to you about this. I don't think there's a lot of other people I could probably talk to as honest as I could. I could talk about this and openly enough, but I wouldn't want to be as honest as I could be.
I've got an odd question for you then.
Hit me.
Is it not weird that you're talking you're talking to me?
Yeah.
But there's people listening.
No, because I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Even if this upsets somebody listening who cares about me.
I didn't even mean for it in the terms of upsets you. I mean like terms of like...
What do you mean?
We're just two people in a room now currently talking about this.
We are.
Does it matter to you that people are listening?
No.
Well, to be fair, stupid question, evidently, or else we wouldn't do this.
Yeah.
So.
No, but and the theory behind it is like, if they were in the room, yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
With this sort of aspect,
because
I'd have to look at them and say, I don't know, or I'd have to look at them and be like, I'm either lying or I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you think you could sit down with our closest friends and have this conversation?
Yeah.
Do you think you could sit down with a complete stranger and say this?
Yeah. But not... Because I wouldn't want to upset them, no.
Right, okay.
Because I know I can say... Well, I can say whatever I like with you, but yeah.
Yeah. Because in my head, all I'm imagining is some random stranger listening to this episode and being like, just bawling their eyes out by themselves.
Good.
Yeah, no, I mean good and
in the nicest way.
Yeah.
If you're not crying.
Fuck. I mean, too fair. Did I cry?
You got choked up.
I was very close.
I'll say
I didn't have a
yeah.
tear, but I felt like I could have if I really tried.
Yeah, okay, yeah. If all honesty though, I can tell you last time I cried, but I can't tell you last time I cried for a genuine reason.
What was the last time you cried?
Sam Fender at Reading.
I don't believe you. That was. The
I
last
wouldn't say
time you
that's
cried.
like. No, it was honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I've cried loads of times since then. Pretty sure I cried just
You
watching
big
a film.
baby.
Yeah. This is why men don't talk about it. No.
Just clarification. All this is a joke. This is what I mean. Like,
that was a joke.
but other people might be like, "God, so he's just been choking up about his dog on the pot. Well, it's fucking dead. It's been dead 4 years. All right, shut up.
Grow
Why are you
up.
upset?
You've got a new one now. You replaced him. You replaced that dog. You obviously didn't care that much.
Yeah.
No. Do you? Full circle. Do you remember I say full circle a lot. The start of this episode, we said who's gonna cry first.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
It fucking
yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I've lost my trail of thought now. Though.
No, I think. How do I put it? You got an idea?
No, I was just saying this episode is getting very close to an hour, and I actually want to make this episode an hour.
Yeah, it's fine.
We've got a waffle for like 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay, I can.
Either that, or I'm just gonna put complete silence on the end of this episode.
Or we can just shrimpity shrimp.
No, we're not doing that. Not on the end of this very like
No.
episode.
Okay then. I said earlier that I listened to Sam Fender, and I've got to be honest, it was out of choice, but go on.
No, I was just wondering
I
where
think
you're going with that. I was gonna say I was in my head.
I was
thinking,
going to say, is there any songs that either help or don't help you?
for a long time, there was one song that used to get me very upset. I mean, one band who I don't listen to much anymore that used to make me very upset called Amber Run.
Yeah, great band.
Very good band. If you've not listened to them before, have a listen. They are very sad. A lot of their songs are very sad. Still has to be, I think, one of my favourite songs, but I never listen to it. It's 5 a.m. It has like an interlude before that flows perfectly into it. If you're just driving by yourself one night and you want a nice song to just immerse yourself in
5 a.m.
self-pity and did I say the name of the song? 5 a.m.
I think so.
I
But
think I did too.
yeah,
5 a.m. Track number 5 on the album 5 a.m.
yeah,
It's the title track of the album.
yeah. I can tell you though, when I was listening to Sam Fender, the weird thing, I called you and another person, and I said my granddad died, and it was literally like 30 seconds, I think, and you both were like really tired, so pretty much was like, oh, okay, and like just went back to sleep, which I don't blame you for at all. You were like, oh, do you need anything and stuff, but I was like, yeah, just
I
go
think
to
I
sleep.
remember saying if you need anything, just give me a ring back.
Yeah.
Because you were like, I remember you being like trying to go.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know, that's
Yeah.
all, and I was like, it's easier than, I didn't want to stop and text you, I was just called you in the car, on the car phone, not,
We don't condone using your phone while driving.
Yeah, but we do condone reckless driving.
And drink driving. Very much approved.
5 and drive, yeah.
Approved. Talking shrimp approved.
I'm joking.
We are joking.
Yeah. So, yeah, I went I went off the phone, listened to Sam Fender, and it was Spit of You, and I got quite emotional. Yeah, I got quite emotional, and
See, I'm the spit of you.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So yeah, Spit of You, and then because it was on shuffle, I literally just put it on shuffle, on Sam Fender, like prior that day, so it was just on Sam Fender on shuffle, and that was the last song on that playlist. So it went into my like songs after that,
Which
and
was
Stadium Rave by SpongeBob, SpongeBob SquarePants. Yeah.
The question is, did you stop and listen to that song?
I think I was about 10 seconds in and I said, no, it's not the time.
Now's not the time.
Yeah.
There's always time for the stadium rave.
But the bit that got me, the main bit that got me with Foo Fighters, because obviously that was after, like, literally, that was the same day, like, that we went that night.
Yeah.
It was probably Times Like These. And when I saw Dave Grohl cry, I was like, shit, man. Like, he's hard as fuck and he's crying. I better cry.
Yeah.
And, like, when he started crying, and then he looked up, and then looked down, and, like, just lost it. And then I looked at him, looked across a sea of 80,000 people with their phones on and all cheering for him. And then I saw Taylor Hawkins' Hawk at the back of Wembley Stadium.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I think I looked back and I just looked at you and I was like, wow, this is
I think we were
mental.
I think we both had tears on our eyes at that point.
Oh, I'll be honest, I cried at that gig.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the saddest gig I've ever been to, but it's the nicest gig I think I've ever been to too.
It was really good. It was just like an ode to him.
Yeah.
Like there was bands there that people would have no clue who they were really.
Yeah.
But yet they were bands that Taylor Hawkins liked, so it was nice.
But there was also people like Nile Rodgers and Brian
Liam
Johnson.
Gallagher was there.
Yeah.
And then not to even say Paul McCartney was brought out as a special guest.
Yeah. And Paul McCartney literally walked on stage. I think he said, like, this one's for Taylor or something, and just played.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything.
I think they did 2 or 3 songs, and then he just went off, and then you didn't see him again.
Yeah, but it wasn't anything like... The only time you heard their names was as an intro.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything... Like, that's how big of a man Taylor Hawkins was. It was crazy, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it sounds so silly just like to say, like, oh, just a drummer and Foo Fighters, but the amount of effect that band have had.
Oh, crazy, yeah. I mean, when Dave Grohl... I think he did the first bit of Times Like These acoustic, just him. It was really sad and he was crying. And then he thought, fuck it, and literally just screamed like shout for Taylor or something like that. Like, or as loud as you can. The whole Wembley, like, erupted. And they just went for it. It was just a Foo Fighters gig.
Yeah.
It was class.
It was class.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's like... I think the Times Like These part was worse than Spit You and stuff, because like I knew everybody in the stadium was feeling exactly the same feeling.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Like, it was so sad. I'm not a massive fan of Foo Fighters, and I don't know Taylor Hawkins personally, but I felt like I did.
Yeah.
Like, it's, you know.
Yeah, same. Well, that's it, innit? Same. That's how they want. That's how it was meant to presume for you to feel.
Yeah, it's like what I said on the mental health one. It's that like empathy to sympathy.
Yeah.
And you're taking everyone's connection at that gig, like 80,000 people.
Yeah.
Or 100,000 people, something stupid like that. Everyone's got that connection to one person, a drummer in a band.
Yeah, that you've never met. No. You've only listened to his drums, really.
Yeah.
There's like a few songs he sings on, which I don't think are album releases.
Yeah, I mean, one was a cover. But yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, it's he's not that big. He's not that famous.
No.
But look how many people, like, were there to say goodbye.
Yeah. Well, you say he's not that big and famous.
No, but like...
Yeah.
Mate, when you put into perspective who's on that stage.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I mean.
Fair.
Like, it's...
Fair enough.
But yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Mental. Any other things? Like... I don't know. Feels like a bit of a dishonesty to end it on a Taylor Hawkins thing.
What, like Talking Shrimp top tip? Would you like one?
No. We did that last time. I feel like we should... I don't know what we should do. I don't know.
Well, you got to give me something to go off.
Well, I'm right off now. I need a nap after before. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with it.
Okay, what about...
Go on.
Oh.
Sorry?
Oh.
Do you want to...
Are you going to sing?
No. Do you want to...
Propose?
Carry on?
Oh. Okay, so what I said before, with people saying stuff...
Yes.
But...
Sorry, yeah. Go on, sorry. I'll stop.
So when people say stuff, they'll give you advice and stuff. Doesn't mean you have to fucking take any of it.
No, true. I mean, we haven't really given advice on this episode, I'd say, so...
No, but it's all about our connection. If someone can connect to us and be like, oh shit, yeah, I get that.
Why do I just emotionally shut myself off when something bad happens?
Yeah, if you're a bloke, a female, whatever, and you feel the same as us and struggle to cry, it's fine.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter, no.
Save money on tissues. Think of it as positive.
Use the tissues for something else.
Exactly. Take that how you will.
Take that as you will.
Take that.
We can rule.
No, we did that last time. No.
Yeah, you use them to...
Ice lolly. When your ice lolly's melting, put it around the bottom. Yep.
Stop your hand getting sticky.
Yep. Talking shrimp top tip.
I hate getting a sticky hand.
Yeah, it really ruins your day, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, all you need is tissues to wipe it and
wipe away the
residue.
Cream,
yeah.
Ice cream.
Yeah, ice cream. Yeah,
ice cream.
Obviously, you have ice cream on an ice lolly. We haven't messed up there, but yeah.
Ice lolly creamed. Ice lolly.
Excuse me.
ice cream, an ice lolly.
Ice cream.
Yes. Anything else you want to add? You said at the start that if your dog passed, you wouldn't get another dog.
No. I said my mum.
Mum said that.
Yeah.
My mum said the same thing. When
I would get another dog.
She said she wanted another dog. You would.
Yeah.
Would you wait until you've moved out, or would you just be like,
no.
I think we should
get another dog. Yeah.
Family dog.
Yeah.
But then would that be your dog? And if you moved out, would you take the dog with you?
No. That would be my mum and dad's dog. And it wouldn't be the same breed like you.
Yeah, that's one of the best decisions I've made and forced my family into doing.
Yeah, so when my mum's listening to this, there you
go. My family were fully for getting another breed the same as when the first dog passed.
Yeah.
And no.
Yeah.
Completely different. You want a different dog so you don't compare.
Yeah.
Because if you get the same dog, that dog that you get new will never live up to the dog you had before.
Yeah.
So get a completely different dog and start fresh.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I would say, actually, just fuck it, it's long anyway, is it?
Yeah.
So who cares? When, I said about, like, it's kind of, like, controversial what I said, but what I said with, like, afterlife and stuff like that, and I'm going against this now, but one thing that did help me, and I have done, not recently, but I have done, is I've gone to my granddad's grave, both granddad's graves, and just had a chat. I sat there with my last granddad who died with the Foo Fighters gig and stuff, flicking through videos of Foo Fighters, like just talking about it, because I would do that. I would say like he used to like watching the gigs that we'd been to, and I'd show him this. And the last time I saw him, I hugged him, and he said, "Have a good time at Coldplay, and show me the videos when you get back." That was the last thing he said to me.
Yeah.
And then like. That
Coldplay.
week, like,
is that how close Coldplay and
Foo Fighters a week apart? Yeah, we were Wembley twice in a week, sadly. But yeah,
was it?
Yeah, literally, though. Yeah, so we went to Coldplay, and then in the week prior, he passed. But yeah, so kind of pissed off, really.
How do you mean?
Well, no, he was like, "Oh, show me the photos," and he fucking died.
So going back to the things you can't complete, that's something you can't complete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Selfish bastard.
Selfish bastard, yeah. Yeah. But
it's like a side quest now that you can't complete. You've glitched the game.
Yeah.
The character's died off, so you can't go complete the side quest.
Yeah. Although my nan did say, like, the whole selfish side. She jokes about that, so when he did pass, yeah, like, round the house and stuff, I think she'd, like, dropped something, and she blamed him. She's like, "Oh, fucking hell." Or something, bloody hell. What? You go and die, and then I've dropped a bloody mug or something like that. Like,
yeah. I was going to say something else. Do you not feel? You said it was a bit like.
I didn't kill him.
No, that's not where I was going with that.
Oh, okay, sure.
You said that you went and spoke to the grave.
Yeah. I did.
I mean this in the most.
No, hit me.
Not confident. I mean this in the most subtle and.
Do it.
Why?
I wanted to try it. Like, people say it helps, and I was always like, "What the fuck?" And weirdly, it kind of did, because all I was is talking to myself. I wasn't saying, "Oh, Granddad, look at this." Like, I was literally just there, being like just going through my phone and listening.
Thinking it. You weren't like talking out loud. Or
no, I was talking out loud, but to myself, just like, "Oh, that was well sad. That really wasn't it," and stuff. Like, just weirdly, and it kind of helped, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I don't know. I haven't been to any of the graves since the funerals of my family that passed.
Yeah.
They're all buried in the same cemetery, which isn't here.
No.
Because they're all Welsh.
Yeah. I don't know if you did this, I carried my granddad in to the funeral.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, out of the box.
You found that your reaction to the own joke was funnier than
the actual joke. Come on, mate. Can't stand up straight.
Tidy your fucking suit up, you scruffy bastard.
Smile,
look alive, man. It's go time.
Yeah. Oh dear, yeah. But yeah, no, I carried him in, so
I did. With definitely my granddad. I'm sure I did with my grandma too.
Yeah.
Definitely, this is not a kind of a joke. Definitely a weight difference in the coffins.
Oh fuck yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I remember when I carried my granddad in, I was on the far corner, which the bloke said like it might be a bit heavier. I don't know what. I don't know which end he was or anything.
This sounds weird. Did you leave things to go with him when he passed?
I didn't know. A few of my family did,
Yeah.
but I can't remember what. But
I
I was there, and my mum, because she's like, well, she's shorter than me, so she's fucking small. She was in front of me, and I think it was my dad at the other side of the coffin, and I was at the back, and she was like, because the bloke said, oh, it's a bit heavy this side. She's like, oh, don't worry, I'll stand by it, Joel, sort of thing. She did fuck all.
Your mum?
Fucking well heavy. She was like upset carrying him in, sort of
I
thing,
presume
you know?
this is for her dad.
Yeah, I leaned in very, very like subtly, and I was like really like trying with this, but I leaned in. I was like, "Can you help me?"
You didn't, did you?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I was struggling, man. I was sweating. It was heavy. I don't know whether it's fucking head or ass, one or the other, whichever one he top and tailed. But yeah, or they whack someone else in with him.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, why we get off free 2 for 1?
To be fair, that's a good way to
Burn,
go.
baby, burn.
Fucking
Right, sorry.
expensive.
Whoa.
It's expensive.
Yeah, it's stupid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coffins so expensive just to be burned. Oh god.
It's £2.
Fucking hell, man.
Sorry.
That's
What
my
an
bad.
end to the episode.
You fully peaked now, right at the end.
I have
I'm
peaked,
just
yeah.
ready for bed now.
You are,
I'm
yeah.
right off. I appreciate
Yeah.
the humour though. It's good.
Yeah, no, that's all.
I like this sort of humour. It's my sort of
Yeah,
humour.
yeah. I'd make jokes like I think I sat by my other nan, and my mum went to my nan who was married to him, and my nan was there. I sat by her, and everyone was like crying that I didn't put my legs up, but I like planted my legs on the seat in front before the vicar came over, and I looked at my nan, and I think I said something like, "Just wake me up when it's over" or something.
Really?
Yeah. She turned. Joel, can't say that.
Did you?
But that's how you cope, isn't it? That's, you know.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's it, isn't it? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Depends
I did
on-
hear something the other day. I didn't do this. I heard this from someone. I don't know why we were talking about this just before we end the episode on. So someone walked past the coffin as they went out. Of someone else. I don't know.
Nothing
who it
to do
was.
with you.
No, nothing to do with me.
okay.
I just heard this from this person,
Yeah, yeah.
and they said they do the same as us as joke and stuff, and they went to another extent because they knocked on the coffin, and then they stopped and they went like, and they went, "Oh no, he's definitely dead," and walked off.
Just checking.
Yeah,
Just
just make sure.
Just
Yeah,
to make sure.
I'm paying for all this long, and he's
Yeah.
still alive. Yeah,
Fucking just hiding in there.
yeah. But yeah, there you go. Lighter topic of conversation at the end, but
Not really. We're still talking about fucking death.
yeah, well, it's gonna fucking happen. So suck it up, have a cry, or don't have a cry, and get on with your life. There you go.
Yeah. Well, I will say I'll end on a disclaimer sort of
Go
thing. As we said at the end of the like mental health episode we did.
Mhm.
Please email us if you need to.
Yep.
Instagram, Facebook, any of them. Please, if you need to message someone and you've got no one else, obviously go friends and family first.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sincerely that is, by the way.
Yeah, that is genuine.
Like joking aside, like,
Yeah,
that's sincere.
if you need anything.
Preferably
yeah.
not email because like we start getting
Yeah.
fucking weird spam
Yeah.
on the email.
I remember you
account
saying that,
for
yeah.
some odd reason. So yeah, it's Instagram or
Yeah.
Facebook or something.
We just put it at the bottom if you want us to joke about it, because we've got a good jokes lined up.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
find something to joke
Yeah.
about.
If I'm on the account, yeah, I'll
It won't be. It'll be me probably.
probably, yeah. I've tried to liven it up recently.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. No,
Anyway, the wheels have fallen off.
it's much appreciated. I'm not carrying that on.
Ah,
It's
yeah.
much appreciated.
yeah. Yeah, message us if you need us. We're always here.
And if you want us to talk about it on an episode, like an agony aunt section, hey, the offer's still there.
Yeah. I want the inheritance. My granddad hasn't died yet. Help me.
Oh God,
There you go.
how can I kill him off?
Yeah.
We're not helping you commit crimes, by the way. We're
No.
not helping commit crimes.
We're just advising how to.
From personal experience.
Yeah.
Please contact Talk It Shrimp now.
If you want us to attend any funerals, by the way, I'd be more than welcome. I like a suit.
What the fuck?
That's time off work. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Sorry, Joel. It seems like you've had like 4 days compassionate leave this month. I just know a lot of people.
Yeah. I've had 5 funerals.
Fucking, they're dropping like flies.
Yeah. Maybe we should start doing that. Just hire the shrimp that talks to go to your funeral.
Not wedding crashes. Yeah, funeral partakers, I think, is a better one.
Yeah. Walk in.
Well, it would just be pole bearers. Pole bearers.
No, pole.
That's what it's called. You were a pole bearer.
What was I?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
I held a box, though.
Yeah, but you hold it by a pole. You're a pole bearer.
No, I didn't. I held it by a handle.
Yeah, some of them are handles, to be fair. I'm sure you're called a pole bearer.
The cheap ones are handles, you posh bastard. No, I'm joking.
Probably, mate. It's the Welsh money.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they're pole bearers, unless I've completely got that wrong, and that's just another name for a fucking stripper.
So if you want us to come and strip at your granddad's funeral, let us know.
Hire a pole. Hire us.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, it's been nice talking to you.
Thank you if you've made it all the way to the end.
Yeah, we love you all. I love you.
That's weird.
Why?
I love the audience.
Oh.
And my animals. Love you too.
There you go.
Yes. Thank you very much for watching. We love you, audience.
Yep, we do.
Please message us. Please share this. Like, this was deep episode for me.
It was good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Anyway, take care. Pat your dog. Because he's probably going to die soon.
And live each day as if it's your last.
Yep.
Live, last, love.
Live, laugh, love.
What a shit statement.
Talking shrimp. Done.
Goodbye.